The case when a cobra attacked a hen with chickens, pinning them in a hopeless place, was quite famous due to the unexpected outcome of this dramatic conflict. After all, instead of killing and eating all the chickens and the chicken at the same time, the cobra received the most painful lesson it's ever had. An angry chicken suddenly turned from a calm hen bird into a living tornado. She attacked the venomous snake with an unexpected fury, flying at it many times from different angles and from different sides. Although the cobra could have dealt with such an opponent with a single bite, the venomous teeth never touched the flesh of the bird. The hen managed to repel the snake's attack, push the chickens away from the wall, and constantly beat the enemy herself, using both beak and claws. The episode impresses with its intensity and cool action, so it's not surprising that it's famous. But if you thought he was unique, you're wrong. It turns out that for many of the most ordinary chickens, such incredible fighting qualities are the norm. This chicken seems to be worried at all about the cobra, which has already risen with its collar open. The bird delivers a powerful blow to the snake's head. The reptile isn't shocked. She was stunned by a seemingly helpless bird. The snake freezes in place for a while, and the chicken, instead of trying to evacuate the chickens from a remote corner, simply pushed the kids away from the snake and calmly began to look for food, clean the fluff of one of the chickens of hers, rake the soft litter with its paws. The cobra did not expect such neglect, and it turned out that the chicken had quite objectively assessed its strength. After all, when the cobra decided to continue the attack, it immediately got it in the face. The chicken tore the snake's head to the side, threw it away with one powerful blow to the body, and when the snake crawled too close, pecked it right in the nose. And there was nothing the cobra could do. She did not have time to counterattack under such overwhelming pressure. The constant beating of her wings confused the snake, and the sharp claws and beak caused pain. The chickens can be completely calm, but the mom won't let the snake even get close to them with impunity. Moreover, in order to effectively defend against a venomous snake, a chicken does not even need a lot of room for maneuvering. Here the birds were hatching their eggs when the cobra crawled as close as possible to the strike distance. There were only a few inches between the bird's neck and the reptile's venomous teeth, but the chicken doesn't even think to get up and maneuver. Even lying down, she can fight against a snake, which can take down a bull with one well-aimed bite. The chicken suddenly and with lightning speed hits the reptile right in the face, and the snake is stunned but counterattacks. The chicken meets the throw with its beak again and forces the reptile to retreat. The bird didn't even have to stop hatching eggs to let this cobra know how much she had made a mistake in choosing a victim. The leopard kitten's game with his mom looks really cute, doesn't it? A mighty predator, the very sight of which makes all ungulates in Africa shudder, gently and carefully licks her baby while he climbs over her, plays, pokes her mother with his muzzle. But if you think that family life has made a predator soft, then you are wrong. A huge hyena appeared to take away from the leopard the most precious thing for a cat ever, its offspring. A big mistake, for which the brazen robber will pay for the rest of his life. The female leopard rushes furiously at the hyena, from which in other circumstances she would most likely just run away. But for the sake of protecting the kitten, the predatory cat swiftly attacks an almost twice as massive enemy and demolishes it with powerful blows of its paws, and then grabs its head with its fangs. It will not be possible to deal with the hyena because she desperately fights back, finally realizing who she is dealing with. But painful scars and an almost bitten off ear will remind the scavenger that the kittens of this predatory cat are under serious protection. The baby elephant fell into a pit with water and steep edges. The baby is alive and well, but is in danger and will not last long in there. Fortunately, people found him and decided to come to the rescue because there were no relatives of the animal anywhere to be found. A small excavator was brought in, which pushed the animal up with a bucket, but people underestimated the zeal of elephants and their love for their babies. It turned out that the elephant, even though she could not get the cub out of its trap itself, refused to let the equipment past the cub. And this can be understood. Imagine what the situation looks like from the elephant's point of view. The cub is in trouble, it cannot be helped alone, although the female is desperately trying to do so. And then he turns around and sees a metal monster that thrusts its terrible toothy limb right into the baby. Of course, the elephant attacked. People didn't know who they were messing with. It turns out that the elephants are so powerful that they can even fight with construction equipment on almost equal terms. It resembles an episode from some fantastic blockbuster about the struggle of giant robots with no less gigantic monsters. Although the multi-ton elephant is very strong, nobody expected success from it. After all, the excavator moves massive and heavy loads. But the elephant turned out to be so strong that she threw away the bucket and tried to gore the equipment. The excavator weighs an order of magnitude more than the animal, and it is noticeably larger and should have scared the elephant. But no, the female fights with frenzied zeal. And only when she realizes that she will not be able to crush the equipment, she goes into the jungle. The problem is that she's coming for help. When she returns with the rest of the herd, the excavator will turn into scrap metal. Fortunately, the situation ended well. The driver of the car acted very carefully and tried not to cause the elephant not only damage, but even discomfort. At even the same time, he worked quickly because the elephant could return at any minute. And the worker managed to do so. The rescue operation was crowned with success, the baby was released, and he returned joyfully and a little bit shocked to his caring and willing mother. Their reunion looks so touching, doesn't it? You even forget that this monster almost crushed an excavator just now. It seems that the animal realized that this cub was saved, and so he no longer gets into a fight. Which means that the people lucked out. Celebrity bodyguards should learn the art of guarding from this female rhino right here. She and her little cub were attacked by hyenas. Predators act very thoughtfully. They surround the target in a spiral. One hyena distracts attention and makes a fake lunge, while the other attacks from the side, trying to remain unnoticed until the fatal finale. The female has to constantly spin in order not to lose sight of her predators. This was supposed to distract the adult rhino, make it break into a run, panic, and chase after one hyena while the other dealt with the cub. But the predators' plan failed. The mother turned out to be not only fierce and brave, but also quite cold-blooded. She keeps her distance perfectly. When necessary, it drives away enemies who approach too closely, but at the same time constantly maintains close contact with the baby. He is the center of her dangerous dance, and thanks to this, the female manages to stop every attack and every throw of the hyenas, getting in the way of the aggressor and protecting the baby with her own huge body. Usually rhinos use ramming attacks, but this time the female is not a battering ram, but a powerful and impenetrable shield behind which her baby feels completely safe. So what do you think? Would you like to have such a cool bodyguard? The treacherous jackal was able to sneak up on a family of gazelles unnoticed, after which he attacked a newly born baby. Fortunately, his mom was there. She drove off the predator and ran after him until the jackal realized that if the female gets underneath the hooves, she will leave only red spots on the grass. The mother returns to the baby, who was lying on the ground. Was he hurt? Fortunately, no. It's just that the cub has been through stress. Do you see just how deep he's breathing? But his mother's support and touching care helps him come to his senses, and here he is on his feet again. It's such a lovely scene, isn't it? In order to be able to run at a speed of about 70 miles per hour, the cheetah had to give up a lot of physical weight. Therefore, although outwardly it seems that a leopard and a cheetah are predators of approximately the same size, this is not the case. A taller, thin-boned cheetah is about twice as light as a squat, but muscular and quite powerful leopard. At the same time, although the leopard avoids injury in battle with other carnivores, it can afford to take risks, because it hunts from ambush. Even with a wounded paw, he will be able to jump onto a gazelle from a tree. But the cheetah relies entirely on sprinting. If he can't run, he's in danger of starvation. Therefore, he often runs away from a stronger enemy. And if a leopard does catch a runner, it usually defeats her due to incredible agility and greater impact force, into which the predator puts not only rage, but also body weight. However, this female cheetah is not going to back down when an aggressive leopard attacks her kittens. A fast and ferocious cat attacks a predator and pounces on it, despite all the risks. In exchange of blows, grapples, and now the enemies are rolling on the ground. Fortunately, there were no dangerous injuries, and the mother managed to defend the kittens. The leopard received several sensitive blows, but is completely unharmed and able to continue the fight. Therefore, the female cheetah attacks the leopard several times, showing him that victory will not be easy. As a result, kittens help the mother. They have only entered adolescence and do not pose a serious threat to a mature predator. But when their mother once again grappled with the enemy, the kittens attacked the leopard. He did not expect such family unity, so he is finally forced to retreat. Which case of saving cubs by their mother struck you today the most?